Hi guys. Hello. Hi. Sorry I'm late. My dog is making an unprecedented amount of noise under the table, under the desk. What are you doing under there? She's sniffing and scratching and licking and oh God, I guess we're going to have to put up with it, guys. Hello everyone. Oh, so many people here, 40 people waiting. Oh, sorry guys, I'm 3 minutes late. Hi, I like chickens. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Lucy. God, someone here all of a sudden. Hi, Nereos. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Gagan. Hi, Penny. Hi, Bambi. Hi, Prachi. Hi, Julie. Hi, Alexandra. Hi, Talia. Hi, Bree. Hello, everyone. Okay, first question, part one. Hi, Loz. So I saw my SP again, and he told me he didn't stop thinking about me since the last time he saw me, and that he wants to see more, but it's a bit too sexual for my liking, and I don't know what to do. Also, he's still with the third party. Oh, okay. Just start seeing yourself as the girlfriend, darling, and what you want to do with that information, you do what you want with that. But just start seeing yourself as the only choice. Forget that bitch even exists and stop thinking he's seeing you in a sexual way. Decide that the way he's seeing you is romantic. And that's just his way of expressing love. And it's love, not sex, that he's expressing. Okay, guys express their love a lot of the time through sexuality, guys, and sometimes you guys get offended thinking, oh, I'm getting used or he only wants me for sex. Stop thinking that. Start assuming it's because he loves you, he wants only you, it's you he wants a relationship with you, and assume that and just banish that bitch in your mind and then do with that information what you will, whether you act on it or not. Hey, Loz, hope you're doing well. Oh, part three, I don't want to go and tell him that it's too sexual, that I should leave the third party in the 3D because if I'm being honest, I'm scared he would disappear again. What should I feel? Okay, that's why it's happening. So if you're scared he's going to disappear because you're going to say, I don't want just sex from you, then you're not feeling like you're the girlfriend. You're not understanding that you need to feel that way. You need to start feeling chosen, wanted, and not used, the complete opposite of used. You need to feel like the girlfriend, the wife, the wanted one, the chosen one. So start saying, I'm the chosen one. There's no other choice but me. No one compares to me. He's madly in love with me. Start focusing on how loved you are by him, darling, and you won't have to say anything. Right? Because you're still feeling unchosen, which is why you're too scared to say that because you're thinking, oh, it's just sexual for him. Stop thinking that. Think the complete opposite about him. Right? And then that will be true. Hey, Loz, hope you're doing well. I've been doing solely self-concept as it feels so low and still have been struggling with suicidal thoughts. Oh, Alyssa, I'm still struggling so bad and need help with these feelings and thoughts. SP has been contacting me and telling me he appreciates me, misses me, and loves me, but my mind refuses to listen. I'm trying so hard to stay here, but it's so difficult when my own mind is against me. Thank you for everything. Love you. Also been trying to check in with you on your lives, but I keep missing them. Oh, darling, listen, they're normally around this time. So normally 8 p.m. Australian time. Where are you? 8 p.m. Australian time, which is 10 a.m. UK, and then 9 p.m. US time, which is normally 9 a.m. my time. So it's probably 12 noon Eastern Standard Australian time every day on TikTok. Okay, listen, darling, look, if your mind is fighting you, what you got to understand is there's you and there's your mind. And you're trying to fight your mind. That's what you just said. And that mind does not run you, but it's trying to keep you safe. And what it's assuming at the moment is that life is just so bad that you can't possibly go on here. And it's trying to help you. It's thinking it's helping. What you've got to start doing with those thoughts, darling, because they're just your thoughts. They're not you. They're separate from you. And I want you to either start telling them off or politely tell them to go away or tell them, I know you're trying to help me, but this isn't helping me. And like, have a conversation with your thoughts, almost like you're schizophrenic in a way, like you're talking to the voice in your head, because that's all it is, darling. And if you can really separate yourself from that, because you can already see their thinking and their constant thoughts of thinking, if you can quell those as much as possible by either saying, thank you, I appreciate you're trying to help me here, you're trying to save me, you're trying to protect me, but it's not helping me, and I'm trying to fight you at the moment, and I'd like you to shut up, or I'd like you to butt out, or you're not helping me. Thank you, but you're not helping me, right? If you can really separate you from those thoughts, those voices, then you might be able to hear your SP's words more and hear when people are saying to you, it's going to get better, this too shall pass. You'll be able to hear it because you're cancelling out that noise. It's just noise, darling, and it's only there to protect you, to keep you safe, and it thinks saying to you, oh, not being anymore is the best option. This is how we're going to feel safe. This is how we're going to feel better. Feeling better would be doing this. It's not true, darling. Right? There's you and there's your thinking. And I want you to be stronger than that. At the moment, it's winning. right? Every time you hear it, I want you to decide. You call it a name, like someone you hate. Karen, John, Alyssa number 2, Alyssa 2.0, shut up, right? Because it's not you. I'd rather you didn't give it your name. It's something separate from you, darling. And start talking to it and start saying to you, I'm not listening to you. I'm not listening. La, 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 la. I'm not listening to you. I don't care. I don't care what you have to say. Like a child chucking a tantrum and saying, I'm not listening to my mum. I'm not playing by those rules. I'm not listening to you. I'm disobeying you. Right? Really separate yourself as much as you can, darling, okay? Because it's not you. It's just the thoughts. Give it a name, darling. Part 1, morning. I've had 360-degree turnaround. Oh, wonderful. I've come from being a good place. Self-concept was good, getting results in 3D, but still working on my desire. However, it was my birthday and Sunday. Oh, on Sunday. Oh, happy birthday, Lucy. And my original SP sent flowers and called me gorgeous. But next day, my new SP that I'm affirming to conform the way I didn't want. Oh, no. He told me it's time we had distance between us. Oh, no. I don't understand, Loz, how I've managed this. When I feel in myself that I was working on my self-concept, working on my thoughts, just seems old SP has conformed more than new SP. Please advise. Okay, if he's conformed more than the new SP, you've got less of a story about him. You care less about him. With the one you care the most about, that's the one you sometimes you fuck it up with, because that's the one you care about. Sometimes a bit of indifference with the situation, like with an old SP, helps because you don't really care. That's all it is, darling. The amount of times I've thought my self-concept's on point and the next minute things have gone tits up and my reality is astounding. And I think, oh, my God, here I am teaching this shit and my reality's gone to pot. Most of my reality was going to pot last year while I was doing this, my TikTok account. Don't worry, darling. It's just old thoughts. You have some old thoughts about him and you're finding it harder because you care more. That's all it is. So just imagine, go back, change that scene in your mind as if he didn't say that, or accept that he said that and then change it now that you're going to make him understand that being with you is the most important thing and you don't want any distance between you and he doesn't want that either. Hi, Loz. I asked a question on your live, but got busy when you answered and didn't hear what you said. My question was, a year ago, before I knew about law of assumption, I messaged my SP from over 10 years ago on a social media platform just saying, hi, how have you been? And she hasn't replied. How do I give this good meaning to just affirmations? Don't worry about it, darling. Sometimes you've got old stories about people and you fear that you've gone too far or you shouldn't have done it, or give a good meaning, like she's married now and she didn't want, or her husband saw the message and said, who's this? Or give a good meaning, darling. Don't read into it. Don't take offense by it. Also, I see him nearly every day at the gym. Do I ignore him or what? How should I behave while manifesting? You don't have to ignore him, Lucy. You just be cordial and pleasant. Hi. As if you're getting on with your life in a good way and you're coping. You're not going to let him make your life fall apart, if that's how you want to do it. Or you can be emotional however you want. I mean, it's up to you how you act in the 3D, darling. It's your thinking that matters. You can be looking at him from across the room while he's lifting weights thinking you're in love with me. You can't stop thinking about me. Every time I look down, you look over at me. Start doing that. Hi, Ariana. Remember when I told you about my dad being in the ICU? Yes, I was terrified and affirmed through tears, and they told us he'll move out of the ICU today to a normal room. Oh, wonderful, darling. Thank you so much for all you do for helping us time after time. Oh, that's great, darling. And should I ever attempt to reach out again in this case, or persisting with living in the end is enough? Thanks. Well, if they haven't responded, you can reach out, I guess, if you really feel like doing that. But why would you do that if you're already feeling disappointed that they didn't respond yet or read it? Why is it so important that you need response from them or you need to talk to them? I wouldn't worry about that too much, darling. I just assume that they want to talk to you rather than you doing any action right now. That's wonderful news about your dad, darling. Wonderful. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Gagan. Loz, my SP's back, but he doesn't want a relationship. I'm working on my self-concept. What would you suggest affirming? Just decide that they're back because I do love you, darling, and that's just the old thinking playing out. And soon he'll say, I do love you. I do want a relationship. What was I talking about? See them as loving you. See them as back because they love you. Don't assume anything but they're back because they love me. Don't assume anything but that, darling. Got my little sister into LOA and you, and she wanted her, law of assumption, wanted her SP to show up to a festival. She affirmed he would come, and he did on the last day after he said he wouldn't, but she wasn't specific. Oh, wonderful. You did that. Well, she did that. You taught her that. Oh, wonderful, darling. That's great. I just wanted to say law of assumption just in case anyone thought I was teaching law of attraction here. Oh, no. Hi, Donna Lynn. How's your day going? Oh, it's great, darling. I remember you mentioned that we can love our SP but not be in love with them. Someone then asked if our SP can be that way too. I'm curious in your answer. You decide how they are, Jean. If you want them to be in love with you, you decide they are. The end. They can only reflect your thinking. You understand? You think they're in love with you, that's the reality. And they'll be pushed out. I'm here. Part 2, she didn't specifically say she'd see him. Reminded me of when you said you shouldn't just affirm for contact because they'll wish you Happy New Year. You need to be specific. Oh, wonderful. Part 2, also have an idea. Oh, shit, this just jumped. God damn it. Oh, man, this has massively jumped. Good God. Also have no idea what his personality is. Would it be possible to manifest him to have a good personality and for us to get along? What are you talking about, Tana Mitchell? I didn't see the first part. Hi, Loz. How can I manifest a date with a boy I've never talked to? And how can I manifest us to start dating? I have no idea what his personality is. It would be possible to manifest him to have a good personality and for us to get along. Just decide what he's like, darling. He's great to me. Just think about all the ways he is to you. He treats me beautifully. He's sweet to me. He says such kind things. He brings me gifts. He dotes on me. He shows me off. And imagine you and him together. You don't have to know what his personality is. You tell him what his personality is, how he's going to treat you. And see you and him together. It doesn't matter that you don't know each other yet, okay? That's just an obstacle and don't focus on it. Hi, Alexandra. Hi, Loz. Love all your lives, even when you're scolding us. Oh, good, darling. Hi, Loz. Hope you're good. Hello. Why every people doesn't reflect the same story about us with the same shitty self-concept, not the same reflecting? Because you've got different stories about different people. You might think Asians are a certain way, or workmates are a certain way, or your family are a certain way, or this member of your family is different from this member of your family. You've got a different story about different types of people in your life, and so they reflect back differently based on your thinking about all different walks of life. Think about how you get on with different people differently. Regardless of your self-concept, you might have a story about them, or you might feel a certain way about your self-concept in regards to them. So say your family are just average, working class earning family, and you've got a friend who's a multi-millionaire. And when you go to her house, you feel uncomfortable because the house is enormous. There's Ferraris in the driveway, and they've got a 20-meter swimming pool in the backyard, and you feel intimidated by her family purely because of your surroundings when you're there. And you will be treated differently by them based on your thinking just about that circumstance and those people. When your self-concept for yourself is the same, but in relation to those people, it will be different. And that's why people treat you differently. And you're also holding a story about certain people. Oh, this family's better than me. They might think I'm poor. They might look down on me, and then they'll reflect that. Or overcompensate and try and say, we don't think that, knowing that you're reflecting that. You understand? Part 2, is this because of the thought of the story we live with the people is different? Thank you. Yeah, because each story you have with different people is different. Absolutely. Good morning. Oh, hi, guys. Oh, it's Ben. Blue Shift is Ben. Oh, hi, Ben. Morning, Loz. Looking radiant. Oh, thank you. I just put some lipstick on. I feel like I overdid it with the moisturizer. I look shiny. I don't really use moisturizer. I use squalane. It's like this. Looks like oil, but it's not oil. Anyone know what squalane is? What's this? I'm not sure if you remember, but last week's live I tried to find your Facebook in the group and message you, but I couldn't find it. Oh, Donovan's Facebook. You can discuss it here, guys. Hi, guys. What's gruitzy mean, Nadine? I don't know. Is that hello? Hi, Loz. Can you make up a story example? Imagine I'm receiving an inheritance from my father who's passed away years ago. Yes, decide that, darling. I come into a whole lot of money. I've inherited a whole lot of money. Money's come to me out of the blue. Yes, absolutely. I'm currently in no contact with my SP, but I've been so hardcore on my self-concept that he has been watching my stories on social media. When you focus on you, they focus on you. Wonderful, darling. Morning, Auntie Loz. I'm half expecting to get a kick up the arse of this question. If SP is struggling with work and is affecting his mental health, is that everyone's you pushed out thing, or is that outside of us? No, you think he's struggling and you think he's got mental health issues, therefore he will, until you stop thinking that about him. Rise them in your estimation. Bring them up in the world. If they're struggling, stop seeing them struggling. Stop describing them that way, thinking about them that way, worrying about them, mothering them, giving them advice. Start seeing them differently. He can sort this out. He's better than he ever was. He's mentally thriving. He feels so good in himself now. He's got no issues. He knows how to sort all his shit out. He's thriving now. And then stop thinking it's going to affect your relationship. because you're finding reasons for things to affect your relationship because it's just the reason that your relationship won't work in your mind, and you're just finding a reason, and that's the reason. Highlights from the weekend. Him calling himself my dude. I overheard him telling his mate that he wanted to bring us away to see how our kids would get along. When we were leaving, he gave my kids a hug and kissed my son on the forehead and said, "See you next time, buddy." Oh, lovely, Nat. That's lovely. I manifested contact with my SP, but he wants to be only friends. How to manifest a serious, committed relationship while dealing with the 3D because we talk multiple times a day. Just decide you're the girlfriend in your head, darling. It doesn't matter what the fuck he says, okay? I know that sounds deluded. We've got to be deluded here. And then work on your feeling of not being chosen, not being good enough to be the girlfriend. Go and do my I am chosen sleep tape every night, and then alternate it with the I'm a priority one, whichever feels best for you. And do it every night and start using those affirmations, darling, because he's not prioritizing you or choosing you because you don't feel good enough or chosen, and therefore he won't until you feel that way about yourself. Was my SP wish me happy birthday this weekend. Oh, Emily, did he? And happy birthday, darling. Oh, bisou. Oh, that's wonderful. I've forgotten what happy birthday is in French. Bon anniversaire. Oh, I don't know what it is. Anniversaire. Bon anniversaire. So my French is terrible. Hi, Loz. You've helped me so much. I'm still unable to stop thinking about third party. I affirmed that they wouldn't attend an event together, and they did with a bang. I felt he doesn't understand how it affects me. He tells me he doesn't want to be with her, but then ends up doing this stuff. I'm doing the night affirmations. I truly want to do this for myself. I want to be the best version of me, but this is throwing me off. Look, darling, it's just the old story playing out that he cares about her more than you, that he wants her more than you, that he's chosen her over you. That's all it is. It's just the old story. Then give up on him, darling, if you can't deal with it, but it's still the old story of I'm not chosen by him. I'm second best. That's all it is. You've just got to handle it. No, I'm the chosen one. He did that because she invited him months ago and he had to go and he felt obliged and he hated every fucking moment of being there and he wished it was me. Right? You've got to start feeling first best. First priority. I hate first best as an expression, but hang on, where was I? Morning until I saw that one. Hang on. Jade. Part 1. SP came back July. Everything was great. He was about to move in and then pulled away after months of reassurance and love every day from him. Oh, I was shocked and held it well, then reacted to point I was blocked. He changed his number and moved his entire life. I didn't cope as no family, friends, or made many email accounts to reach him. More recently, he said awful things and told me, "We'll never come back from this." Oh, no, that I messed it up, not going back. No going back. Advice. I know this is my man. I want him moving back before July so we can move to Queensland still when lease is up. Thanks, Loz. Well, what happened, Jade? What were you thinking during that time? But just before you moved in, what fearful thoughts did you have? He's going to pull away. He's flaked on me before. God, I hope this works out. I bet you he flakes on me. Relationships never work out for me. I hope this works out. I have a feeling this won't work out. He's not making me feel secure as much as I think he is. I'm really afraid this isn't going to work out. I'm not sure if he loves me. Does he really love me? Is it going to go wrong like it did before? What fearful thoughts were you having? And why is he being so harsh? What story have you got about him? Like he can be mean, or he's got biting words, or he plays games, or he's harsh to you, or he criticizes you, or he doesn't love you? If you can really investigate what your subconscious thought was before he came back, of the kind of guy he is and why you broke up the first time, you'll understand why this has happened the second time, because you were still holding those thoughts secretly without realizing. What were they, Jade? And then they're connected to your self-concept of feeling not loved in general. And why you won't be loved. What are the reasons why you feel you won't be or won't be chosen, or that people always leave you? Oh, it's happened again. But why do you think that's going to happen? What happened in childhood where you think people are going to leave or reject you? Understand? When you get a handle on that, then you'll realize it was you pushed out thinking, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop when this is all going to go to shit. Were you thinking that in any way? Or fearful in any way? That's why. Just tell me, what were you thinking? Candace, part 1. My friend has been working on her health and self-concept since we found you, and she doesn't need 1 KF for hearing aids now. Oh, her hearing aids. But one of them she still needs. She says her hearing is perfect all the time. Oh my gosh, doesn't need hearing aids anymore? Only one of them? Holy shit. That's masterful, darling. Tell her congratulations. She did that. Oh, that's great. Oh my God. Part 2, she always says she feels like she's contradicting herself by saying the hearing's perfect, but putting a hearing aid in, and she asks for some advice, please. She could say things like, I'm just putting this in for show because everyone thinks I'm deaf, so I'm just, going along with the story, but I know I'm not. My ear's just used to it. I'm transitioning from hearing aids to non-hearing aids. I don't want to freak my ears out. Don't want to freak my brain out. I'm just playing along. I'm just pretending. Just pretending I need this. Tell her to do that. Tell her a little story about it every time she puts it in. She doesn't want to freak everyone out all of a sudden. She's transitioning. I manifest a contact from my SP, but he wants to be only friends. How to manifest? I saw that one. Hi, Loz. I had my first session with a psychologist today. She mentioned about using cognitive behavioral therapy. How can I affirm to not let it affect my manifestation? She's not a schema therapist then. That's okay. She'll still help. Okay, but just decide that when you talk about your past, it doesn't affect your future, that you can leave the therapist's office, purge, vomit all your old thoughts out, talk about your childhood, and then step out the new you every time. Only you can decide to do that, darling. It's not what she does in the office. It's how you feel and how you think after you've left. When I leave this place, I'm back to the new me. I affirm, affirm, affirm. I've had a big purge and big vomit, and I vomited out my old thinking. Great, that was cathartic. Now I'm the new me. It's how you think about it, not really how she does the session. What do you think about Wayne Dyer? He says meditate. What do you think about meditating? Does he say meditate? He wrote this book, which is all based on Neville, Wish Fulfilled. And it's based on Neville and the Tao Te Ching. He's very Neville based. He's great. But I just kind of went to the source and talked about Neville. I just kind of talk of Neville because Wayne Dyer's just regurgitating Neville, really, and a couple of other people. He's a bit chanty and likes doing chanty meditative stuff. He's just very different from me, which Neville was really never into. Neville was not into meditating. He thought it was a waste of time. He thought it was a joke. He said get yourself into a drowsy state, but not meditative as in trying to turn your monkey mind completely off and going to sleep. Loz, saw SP wearing black yesterday at a party and didn't attend, but instead spiraling, wonder where third party is. I have a good meaning because I wore black dress the day before. Great minds think alike. Oh, good, darling. We'll give it that good meaning then. Why are you spiraling about that? Hi, Loz. Hope you're well. Oh, hi, Scott. Oh, hi, darling. It's Scotty. I found out SP has got a tattoo of my name covered. Oh, I know circumstances don't matter. It's just a kick in the gut. I'm trying to give it all good meaning. Darling, give it the meaning that she can't stand to see your name there. And anyway, aren't you changing your name? Maybe that's why she did it. Did you think of that? Give it either that meaning or she can't bear to see it there because it reminds her of you and it makes her cry every time she sees it. Not bad meaning. Give it one of those two, please. Affirmations. I truly want to do this for myself. I want to be the best version of me, but it's throwing me off. Well, guys, I answered that one. How can I make a contact for coaching, not on Facebook or TikTok? I'm in Melbourne. Darling, I don't do the coaching anymore. Those lives are very old. I'm really sorry they're so misleading. I am doing group coaching soon, and it will be one-to-one, one at a time in a group. Okay, but I can't do it until the self-concept course comes out, and I'm taking ages getting it together. But I promise you, Jade, when I have that up and running, you'll know. I know I say in the lives, oh, give me your time zone and those lives are from like May last year. I've done like 500 lives since then. I'm so sorry. It's so misleading on these YouTubes. Sorry, guys. I manifested contact from my SP, but he wants to be. I saw that one. Please don't repeat, guys. Hello, Loz. My SP has 2 days text me. I want to text me and want to call me. He never called me. You want him to call you instead of just texting. We'll just decide he needs to hear my voice. He loves the sound of my voice. He wants to hear my voice. He doesn't just want to text me. He loves talking to me now. Say that to him. Morning, Loz. What are the 4 main limiting beliefs? Again, abandonment issues, not feeling good enough, and feeling like your needs won't be met, like you won't be loved and given all your needs, and that you'll be hurt, like you can't trust people. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's John Johnson! Finally catching a full YouTube live of yours. Oh, just wanted to say that I'm so proud of you for all your success so far. You've got this, darling. Oh, thanks, John Johnson. Oh, I'm thrown up by seeing you have been called John Hayes. Who the fuck's John Hayes? Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you so much. Maybe you can find me on that post. Oh, yes, you talk about to each other. Sarah, hi, Loz. Been working on self-concept only. Went out this week and had so much attention from guys, and heaps of guys messaging me. I feel so happy. SP's off the pencil, and I'm not fast. If he comes back, I'm not. Oh, wonderful, Ellie. All right. Hi, Loz. I'm new to your page and YouTube. Thank you for my wake-up call. I have no idea how fucked up and you have no idea how fucked up and triggered I am. Well, I have no idea. Guys, sometimes it's a real shock when I start delving into people's stuff and they say, I'm fine. And I'm like, you're fine, are you? And then I'm like, poke, and then I poke the wall and just the dike explodes and water just pisses out. It happens sometimes, darling. Don't worry. Hi, Loz. I'm new to your page and YouTube. Oh, that's the other one. I manifested content. Guys, why are you repeating this? Prachi, you'll get blocked if you keep repeating. Okay, because it really throws me because I keep repeating myself. My mum-in-law is living her best life because of you. She affirms daily. She's at her fittest she's ever been. And yesterday on a walk, she saw someone wrote on a wall, as fit as a porn star, lol, laughed. That's great. As a porn star. Love it. She'll get to your question. Guys, please, Prachi, you're going to get banned in a minute. I already answered it. Whenever I have an opposing thought, I talk to as if it's my inner child and I say, you have no power over me. And then I say my self-concept affirmations out loud and make my inner child voice repeat after me. Oh, that's great. You make your voice repeat after you. You have no power. Now listen to me and repeat after me. Oh, that's great, darling. I love that. Thank you for explaining to me. I'll disobey the voice and keep up with self-concept. I'm in the UK, so I'll try and catch you at 10 a.m. I have recently come to the realization that one of my deep core issues, yes, is comparison. Yep. Oh shit, just jumped. Oh, bugger. Hang on. Oh, Jesus Christ. I hate it when this jumps. It's so frustrating. Comparison, as I was always compared to my cousin, same age as me, as a child, and told my issues weren't as bad as others, or at least I'm not dying. Oh, okay, so you feel completely invalidated, like your feelings don't matter. Right. And that's why your mind will be going, our feelings matter. We feel shit. Alyssa, we feel shit. Tell everyone about it. Look how bad we feel. You feel really bad. Validate us. Make us validated. That's why it's so strong, because you felt invalidated. So that's why it's so strong, because it feels like no one ever listens to you. And it will chuck a tantrum. It'll be flip-flopping and chucking tantrums and screaming at you in your own head to get your attention. Right? Like a little tantrum throwing child in there. Now I realize how bad it affects me. Even now, I'm constantly comparing myself to others and thinking I'm not enough. I've been saying no one compares to me, which actually makes me emotional when you say it. Yeah, okay. So, Alyssa, have you tried my sleep tapes yet? Please try the I'm a Priority sleep tape. I know it says banish the third party, but it's about feeling prioritized and feeling like no one compares to you. Okay, so it says in that no one compares to me. There is no competition to me. Listen to that every night down low for the next couple of weeks, every single night. And I don't care if you wake up with nightmares, if you can't sleep, you listen to that and you use those affirmations in that, darling. And every single time your mind is coming up with this shit, you say, listen, I'm validating you. I can hear you. But listen, we don't need to have an argument. You don't just scream and yell and chuck a tantrum. I'm chosen. No one compares to me. I'm the priority. I'm prioritizing myself now. Thank you. And start using the affirmations in that, please. In the banish the third party sleep tape, it says, and it says I'm a priority. Use that one every night, please, and the affirmations from that, if that's the major problem. Okay, where was I? Loz, my SP has 2 days to text me. I want to text him. I saw that one. Loz, you should make some merch that says, what would Goddard do? Oh, that's nice. I'm catching up with your lives and saw one that is making merch. Yes, like what would God do, but what would Goddard do? That's great. I know my SP loves me. I just need him to know it. Well, you tell him that he knows that, darling. It's up to you to think that. I say it, so I'm hoping that's a good sign that's hitting me right nerve in order to help me. Yes, darling, look, it's your mind screaming and trying to be validated. That's why it's so strong. So now you've identified it, fight against it with those affirmations in that sleep tape, please. It's in my sleep tape folder in my YouTube. Can you attract a man out of thin air? I've done it twice, darling. Just imagine what they're like. Imagine sleeping with them every night. Imagine they're in your bed. You don't even need to know who they are. They'll just turn up. How do you stop the headaches and ear ringing from changing your self-concept? It's getting so bad to the point it's affecting my sleep. Oh, okay. Well, stop blaming on your self-concept. Just say, where I'm getting this from. It's not me changing my self-concept. It's gone away. I don't get ear ringing anymore or headaches. I don't know. My mind isn't doing that to me anymore. It's fully accepted the new self-concept. I don't have any of those symptoms anymore. You're focusing on the symptoms will stay. What if I feel disconnected with my SP? I still want him deeply, but I started living my life to my fullest and feel colder towards him, talking to other people as well, but still visualize when I can. Guys, sometimes you will. When you've had them on a pedestal, you feel like you're being cold. You're not being cold. You're just being fucking normal and not idolizing them. Hooray. It just feels different. It just feels unfamiliar. There's nothing wrong with that, darling. Came across a song from, what's this, Tabitha? Loz, is revision important to do? No, I still don't understand how to do it correctly. Then don't bother. I find it very hard. If you can't do it, don't bother. But it's literally going back to a scene in your mind and changing what was heard, experienced, seen, felt. Looping it until it feels natural and then feeling like, okay, that's what happened. That's it. If you can't do it, don't bother. Just visualize instead or affirm. Hi, Daniela. So it's different to SP1. He kept our worlds apart. So now I'm giving great meaning. That self-concept on track. Oh, I'm merging your kids together. That's great. I tried to explain to some of my friends about some of the things that I've learned from you, but they disagree with me. Don't even bother, darling. Most people are fucking idiots and they're asleep, so there's no point even explaining. Most of my family don't understand this. Most of my friends, I don't bother even explaining. I just affirm for them and I manifest for them instead. Most people are asleep. Leave them there. They don't want to investigate their stuff and they don't want to think. They want to blame everyone else for their problems. Oh, it's COVID and it's my boss and it's the world and it's climate change and it's Russia's, bringing the oil prices up and it's my studies and it's my university degree and it's my mum and dad. They don't want to blame themselves. Finally learned how to comment on this. Oh, Corinne. Loz, I know you said not to check 3D, but I'm in a place where I don't care what SP1 does. I think of him maybe 1 or 2 times a day now, but anyways, he unprivated his account. I'm taking his movement. Oh, good, darling. Wonderful. How to get rid of third party when she says her and SP getting engaged soon. She always talks about him. So devastating. All right, darling. Well, just imagine it's you getting engaged to him. Forget what she said. Just imagine she's saying that to make you jealous and it's not true. My SP has a stupid, toxic ex. He always runs back to her. For 6 bloody years. Well, he'll continue to do that, Ella, if that's the story you're holding. And he has said he became a fuckboy because of her. How do I get rid of the bitch? It's got nothing to do with her, Ella. You're thinking she's the cause of all your problems. She's got nothing to do with it. He's not choosing you because you don't feel chosen and loved by him. The end. She's got nothing to do with it. He's not choosing her over you because he loves her more. It's because you feel unloved by him. So you've got to feel loved by him and lovable and chosen and enough and the girlfriend, and then he'll choose you. She has literally got nothing to do with it. Stop blaming her for your problems. It's got nothing to do with the third party. If you focus on her, she'll just stay in your reality and she'll stay there another fucking 6 years. Go and watch my How to Banish the Third Party sleep tape and How to Get Rid of a Third Party here on YouTube, because you're not understanding. You focusing on her is, she's not the problem. Came across a song from my past that I think is perfect for manifesting SP. Always Be My Baby by Mariah Carey. Yes, always be my baby. Oh, that one. Yes, that's a great song. Oh, Gruetzi is hello in Switzerland. You pronounced it perfectly. Oh, did I? Oh, was it German? I used to speak German a little bit. Forgotten most of it. Oh, wonderful. I didn't know that. Swedish German. Die Schweiz. It's not about her, it's about you, yes. Meanwhile, I'm working on my self-concept and I've already got 2 guys asking me to marry them. Well, good, darling. Now stop focusing on the fucking third party. Also, how to deal with the situation where you have a great self-concept but you believe that people don't understand your worth. No, if you think they don't understand your worth, then your self-concept isn't that great. You've got to decide they know your worth. Stop thinking they don't. What affirmation should we use if we're afraid to be looked down? My friend is scared of being looked down by his SP's family and they'll look down upon him based on his ethnicity. Well, he thinks his ethnicity is a problem, so he's got to get rid of that. So that comes from childhood where, I don't know, he was like, I've got a friend who's from an Indian family, and anytime you ask them where they were from, she would say France. And they were clearly from India, and she had a real problem with them being Indian and wanted him to, like, lighten his skin. So you'll carry on your ethnic hang-ups from your family and their thoughts about your ethnicity and how you don't fit in and everyone judges us and try to fit in with everyone else. So he's carried that from his family. So he's got to investigate what thoughts his family gave him in his mind about his ethnicity and how it was different and bad and no one would accept him. That's why he's thinking it. And therefore, if he doesn't get rid of that shit from childhood that someone put in his mind, he'll think that about the SP's family and that people look down on him. And that's a feeling of not good enough. I'm different. I'm not accepted. He's got to say, I am more than accepted. Everyone loves me. I'm everyone's favorite person. My ethnicity doesn't matter. In fact, it's what makes me special. Standing out is a good thing and people love me for who I am, etc., etc. He's got to work on I'm not good enough and I compare myself to others. I was texting a guy who thought he was cute. After a day, he stopped texting, so I assumed he was busy. Weeks later, I found out from a mutual friend that he wasn't interested. What were my thoughts? Well, maybe you thought he wasn't interested and that's why he stopped texting, and then you kind of tried to trick your mind into saying, oh, no, he loves me and blah, 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 but deep down you had a fear that that's what it was. Sometimes, guys, unfortunately, the fear wins. So now decide he is interested and he wants to talk to you. Loz is right. Keep doing your affirmations. Do not act, shut up, and work on it during the day. At night, you're with your SP. Yes, darling, fall asleep with them in your mind. Really like this man at work, and when he's talking to me, I firm my head that he fancies me, but today I felt like he wanted to get rid of me, and I always think he fancies me. Well, don't think that he wanted to get rid of you, darling. That's you reading into it, and it could have been nothing of the sort, but you read into the situation with your shitty self-concept of feeling like you weren't good enough and he didn't want you around. You read into that. You're giving it the meaning. Why are you giving it that meaning? When I find myself thinking of him, even though there were good things, I jump in with, of course, because he is obsessed with me, because I'm the whole package. I don't want to be obsessed like past SPs. That's great now. So basically, because I can't forget about her and I don't feel chosen, literally every time I affirm, I get lots of stupid thoughts about her. Yes. If you're still obsessing about her as if she's the problem, you're essentially feeling not prioritized by him, not chosen by him, not loved by him, and that she's the problem. She's not the problem, darling. He's not choosing you because you don't feel chosen by him, loved by him, wanted by him. It's got nothing to do with her. Okay, what if she got hit by a bus tomorrow? Is he going to choose you? No, because you don't feel chosen yet. So until you feel chosen, he won't choose you. Stop thinking about her. She's not the problem. It's your thinking about you that's the problem. And you thinking that he doesn't want you. You've got to see you and him together and banish her from your mind. Don't watch all my videos on third parties in the YouTube. Circumstances still don't matter. If he keeps telling me he will never stay with one wife ever, what is the fact that I cannot change with my assumption? What? Circumstances still don't matter. He keeps telling me he will never stay with one wife ever. That is the fact that I cannot change with my assumption. I don't understand that at all, darling. He's staying with you and you're the wife, or there's another wife. I don't understand it. Whatever it is, it's you pushed out. So if you believe he's not going to stay with you, he won't stay with you. If you believe he's never going to leave his wife, he'll never leave his wife. It's your beliefs about the situation is pushed out. That's the circumstance. You created it. Ta-da, you can change it because you created it. Like as you said, my friend is the assumption that his family look down on him because he's not the same level as him based on financial status. He's scared he'll be treated in a bad way. Well, that's his assumption that he's not good enough, darling. He has to work on that and assume that they're going to not care and it's not even going to be a factor. Hi, Loz. I've been trying to manifest success in music. Just last night, an extremely successful producer/coach in my country told me that he wasn't expecting any more clients, but I'm an exception. Oh, wonderful, darling. I'm going to begin working with him next Thursday, and he said that he truly believes that I could become something. One of my affirmations is, I am the exception. I'm so happy. And he said the word exception. Oh, my God. That's great. Oh, wow, Emily. You know it's working, so keep going. Wonderful. My SP said he likes me, but he's still in the shitty relationship going bad for years with his girlfriend, but doesn't want to give up easily on her because of their kids. What do I do now? I need your advice, Loz. You're thinking that's the problem. You're thinking he's going to choose her over you because you don't feel chosen enough. Guys, it's the same answer, just so all of you know. If there's a third-party situation, you've essentially got yourself in that situation with a third person because you don't feel chosen by your person. So the essential problem is not feeling good enough to be the girlfriend, not feeling good enough to be chosen by them, and thinking they don't love you. Therefore, they'll continue to choose the other person until you essentially feel chosen, good enough, and loved. The end. Doesn't matter what the story is about him, his kids, her, trying hard. They live together. She's financially beholden to him. Whatever the fucking story is, it's just your subconscious mind finding excuses to why you're not chosen, why you're not loved, and why you're not enough. Oh, look, because of this and that and this and that and this and that. Go and watch all my videos about third parties. Hi, Loz, how do I go about the dogs? So the house is sorted. Now SPs, however, we agreed. Oh, God, just jumped. Keeps the dogs until I find a place of my own, but that will take the dogs now and then. We'll just decide. I'm affirming that he'll let me see them. Also looking at houses. What else can I do? Just imagine seeing your dog every weekend or whenever you want to see them, darling. Have visual scenes or imaginal text where he says, come pick up the dogs this weekend or whatever. Just imagine that is your new reality, that you see them all the time. Script it, whatever will help you. How long does it take for your new thoughts to play out in 3D? How the fuck do I know, Jess? I don't know if you convinced your mind yet. No one can answer that. Because my SP was staring deep into my soul on Friday. Yesterday we had a class together and he didn't even look in my direction. Was him looking at me on Friday just a coincidence? No, darling, just imagine he can't look at you because he's deeply in love with you. Give it good meaning, not bad meaning. Antonio, sometimes the awareness of the third party shows up in my mind when I try affirming self-concept. When I'm affirming for SP, I try to just keep affirming what I want, even though an abstract picture of third party shows up in my own mind. I also decide to not hurt myself ever, so I never check third party's profile or anything. Good. Just that one time he was tagged in my SP story. When these ideas pop in my head, I try to just tell myself it's old story and I'm chosen and SP is deeply and truly in love with me and I'm his husband. Good, darling, that's great. Got to leave now, but I'll check the recording later. That's great, darling. You're doing everything right. Exactly. Keep thinking that's beautiful. Hang on. Where am I? Thanks, Loz. Made me cry. Childhood, both parents leaving, not loved. I think second time I tried to forget the past hurt from SP before he was going to move in. I think I worried moving in as friend or partner. Right. Okay, so both parents leaving and not being loved by them. So you're going to predominantly think the same thing's going to happen with the person you love now, that any moment the other shoe's going to drop and that's what it is. So you push that out, unfortunately. You push that on him with thinking any minute now this isn't going to work out. Maybe you don't even love me. Maybe this is just a friendship thing. Maybe you're doing this to pity me. Maybe you're going to leave. Maybe you're going to ghost me. Maybe you're going to betray me. Maybe all subconscious. So think the complete opposite now, darling, and see you and him living together, please. Oh, as you didn't have a label from July 21 to 2022 and just put, okay, right. So because you weren't labelled and because there was other people and everything, you thought this won't work out. We're not even a label yet. Maybe he's just doing this as friends, okay? Him being mean and awful is what he used to do, but he was back. It was amazing. I think I let the past get in the way. Has my reaction after itself? No, darling. He's so short, never in each other's lives. Don't worry about what he said. They could say fuck off and die, and in the next minute you can be married. It doesn't matter, darling. That's your old thoughts made manifest, that he's mean to you, that he's done this before, that he's hurt you in the past, that he chooses others over you, that he leaves. Therefore, it happened. Think the complete opposite now. See you and him living together. See you as a full couple. See you as chosen. Work on your self-concept. Hi, Loz, love your content. My SP has taken something back that he gave me, not once but twice. The first time it came back, I'm giving good meaning. Is that right? The first time it came back, yeah, give it good meaning. He's done it just to make you jealous, to hurt your feelings, because he's deeply madly in love with you, and that's the reason he's acting like a dick. Give it good meaning, though. Thank you so much for doing this, Loz. I'm only 21, but you're teaching us. It's truly the greatest gift in life. Oh, I like chickens. You're welcome, darling. I wish I knew this is 21. I've been really going, okay, Alexandra. Hi, Loz. I've been really going hard on self-concept and feeling so good. Change the old story and self-concept is being reflected back to me. No contact from SP yet. However, he watches my Insta stories. Minutes of me posting them. Wonderful. I'm giving you a good meaning. He can't get enough of me. Is this movement? Absolutely, darling. That's excellent movement. As soon as you post him, he's the first one to watch them. Wonderful. Hang on. You're beautiful, Loz. Oh, thank you, Claire. If I don't feel accepted, can I say I feel accepted, or shall I say I feel chosen? I feel accepted. Everyone accepts me. Everyone loves me. I'm everyone's favorite person. Say anything that would be along the lines of accepted or chosen. Absolutely. I've been experiencing birds for lands. A good thing. Great thing, darling. It means your subconcept working. No, there's no course to buy yet, Tara. Sorry. I'm loving that book. What book are we talking about? I still cleared the wardrobe out, making room for SP, still he'll move in, can't resist me, living in the end and crying less. Good, Jade, do that. Got my SP back, improved life, lost SP. Now created third party, messed up work, finance and friends, feel burnt out by it all, but want to sort it out before my life before I even worry about SP, but can't stop breaking down. Louis, look, guys, sometimes it goes to shit before it gets better. Sometimes things play out. It's your old shit playing out. People call it the purge. I don't believe in the purge, but sometimes old shit really does play out because you've been thinking it for a long time. What fearful thoughts were you having before? That's all that is, Louis. That's all it is. Just see it. Oh, this is my old 3D. Fuck. Okay. Well, I'll just wait for this to pass. This too shall pass. I'm going to work on me in the meantime. Thank you. You've helped me so much. Have a fabulous day. Oh, good, Sue. Working on subconcept, and then when around my family and friends, they bring me down because of how negative that makes me. Oh, look, your family will trigger you every time, guys. They're the most triggering entity in your life because you've known them the longest and they know you the best. Just decide they don't trigger you anymore. Hi, Loz, made in time. Hi, Jamie. When I had bad thoughts today, I asked myself, what would Loz say? Tell me. Oh, good, man. Hang on. Mags Paula, thanks. I have childhood issues of not being chosen. I affirm I am loved, have always been loved, etc. All my family relationships improved, had a surprise promotion at work, yet I can't budge the SP. So that's great, darling. So you know what's working with everyone else. Now just get rid of the old story of your SP. What thoughts or fears are you still holding about them that you haven't got rid of? That's why. And also you care about it more, so sometimes it can be a little slower because you've got a whole lot of resistance, like, oh, this isn't going to work out. God, I hope this works out. I really need this to work out thinking. What did I miss here? Hang on. Logan, since working on my self-concept, I feel disconnected from my husband, feeling I want to move on and find someone else who will love me the way I deserve to be loved. Okay, either you can do that, darling, and move on and decide your life's better without them, or change them in your mind and decide they are good for you, they're the perfect husband for you, they treat you beautifully, they're exactly everything you want and more, and start changing him in your mind and seeing him differently, and he will start to change and reflect your self-concept and your new story of him. You're holding a shitty old story. Get rid of it. Hi, Mandy. Morning, beautiful. I always affirm I'm wife material. Got a voice recording from SP this morning saying, "Hola, wifey. This definitely works." Oh, wonderful. Wow, that worked. Hang on, who sent me a super chat? Hi, my girls. Hi, Loz. No question, just love. I've been on my self-concept and my SP's reflecting it. Yesterday, he reiterated how much he loves me and how our connection is divine. Oh, wonderful, darling. I remember your success story about them a while back. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, thank you, darling. How kind of you. See, guys, this works. Reflecting it. Hang on. What's this, HJ Kong? Hi, Loz. My SP finally asked me to get back together, but I found out that he had a girlfriend. Logically, I should never forgive a cheater, but what should I do? Did I cause this with my irresistible self-concept? Guys, had a girlfriend? Had. Okay, past tense. When you're not together, people get together with somebody else. When you're back together, guys, when you're on the break, it's a break. Remember in Friends, he's like, we were on a break. When you're on a break, they can do whatever the fuck they like. They can screw a million girls on Tinder. It's not none of your business. So don't get offended by the fact they had a girlfriend during the break time. Just decide you and him are together, and it doesn't matter what happened. Banish that bitch in your mind. Don't worry about it. Mm-hmm. Loz, is it all right to revise a scene that works for you, like SP telling you how much he loves you instead of calling the relationship off, but you're firm for the end, which is marriage? Absolutely, darling. You decide that relationship, that conversation about the relationship never happened. Absolutely. And just affirm for the marriage. Absolutely. See yourself married. I know you say ignore third party, but sometimes it's hard. Any advice or baby steps with this? Then accept her, Alexandra. I don't just say ignore. I say if you can't ignore the 3D, you accept it. You go, well, I fucking caused this bitch with my thinking of being not good enough, thinking he didn't love me, and thinking other girls' competition, and ta-da, magically, here she is right in front of my fucking eyes, and I caused that. Well, that's my fucking fault, and I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm just going to accept her. Hello, bitch. I caused you, but you're going away soon because I'm magic, and I caused you so I can uncause you. Ha-ha. Right? Like that. I promise, Loz, that when my name gets out there and my name is known, I'll credit you for the things I've learned from you. Oh, Ben, that's so kind of you. Psycho-Cybernetics is a game changer. I love the book. I visualize the best version of me every day. I act like the best me automatically. My 3D is amazing. I respond rather than react. Oh, wonderful, darling. I must read it again. It's so long since I listened to the audiobook. I've never actually read. Well, I must have read it because I've got parts of the book. I must have read it, the full thing. I must read it again. I'll start reading it tonight again. What if you feel she got your manifestation were from the same family, ex-cousins? What, true love? Someone else can't get your manifestation. Only people are reflecting your thinking in your reality. What are you talking about? What do you do when you feel your SP was given to someone else because you're the same age, even though always thought age was just a number? Why was given to her even though everything you wrote down as a dream guy? Darling, other people don't take your people away. You think you're not good enough or not chosen by them or not loved by your guy, and your guy will choose another person because you see other girls as competition. Do you see other girls as competition? That's why he chose her over you, because you essentially don't feel good enough or chosen to be chosen by him. It's not her getting your manifestation. It's your self-concept that you haven't fixed. You probably came from law of attraction where you were just concentrating on him, you and him together, but you didn't fix the feeling that you would never be together because you're not good enough or the other girls are better than you. And then if therefore he chose another girl, you've got to go and watch on my Manifest a Specific Person playlist, darling, and watch the stuff about self-concept because you're not identifying what your self-concept is that caused that to happen, okay? Hang on, going down. I shall explain about Elliot Rodger as I said I would. Elliot Rodger thought he was a supreme gentleman, had a BMW, $300 glasses, and thought he'd get girls. He believed girls should be attracted. Oh, okay, attracted to him because he was that kind of guy. Yes, okay. Thank you. I've been doing so well, feeling good in myself. I feel indifferent to SP. I'm good either way. Been doing affirmations with my son, and he's so much more confident. Oh, wonderful, Foxy. That's great, darling. Good. Hang on. Don't understand the book much. Well, don't worry, darling. Just keep reading it. Not sure if you saw my message about got cut off. Having bad dreams and not feeling good enough and been doing self-concept for weeks. Feel worse now. It's bringing up the bad stuff and dissolving it. Yes. Guys, sometimes doing self-concept is a shit show. I hate to affirm that for you guys, but sometimes it's hard because it's bringing up old memories and stuff you've stuffed down. And childhood shit, a whole lot of shit. You might feel anxious. You might get headaches. You might feel worse. Don't worry. Push through. Okay? It's like going through therapy. Sometimes you feel like shit. When I was doing this kind of therapy for 6 months, there were days when every week people wouldn't turn up or just say, we don't want to go in today, because you know that they just grudge up all this old shit and you're feeling like shit again. And you're feeling good all week, and the next minute you're feeling shit when you went to therapy. This is like therapy, guys, sometimes. Doing your self-concept. Hang on. Loz, I found out the SP no longer take a break with me on Facebook. First time I saw him after months. I feel amazing about myself. So proud of the self-concept work. Great teaching from Loz. Oh, they're not taking a break from you on Facebook. Oh, wonderful, darling. Great. Loz, do you believe in tarot? Because you said you were told that you would teach this one day, and also said it was only real if you believe it. You would teach this one day. I will teach what one day? I'm not doing tarot one day. No, darling. Tarot's just reflecting your thinking. I didn't believe in it at first, but now I understand because of my For You page. It's only reflecting my thinking. Loz, at work, the uni altered my honours course to fit my schedule, and I won't finish any later than originally planned. I love you. Oh, Jasmine, you're so good at this. Wonderful, darling. Every time you come in a live and you tell me something and I say, do this, you come back and tell me it's worked. That's you doing it, darling, not me. That's great. Thank you for everything you do for us, Loz. You're welcome, darling. Sometimes I remember how long it's been since my SP, but snap myself out of it. Imagine ranting at me. You ranting at me. Work's a treat. Hardly ever think of my time now. Good, Alexandra, good. What's the name of the book? Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. It's a beautiful book about self-concept. He calls it self-image. Loz, you missed my chat. Oh, Pre, where is it? Lol, I still think Ross was completely wrong. But, guys, if they're on a break, got to understand they're on a break. I'm going to manifest weight loss now. Now I'm 64 kilos. Oh, good, darling, do that. I manifest that my SP hasn't had sex with anyone else, and I never asked. He always tells me he hasn't had action since me. Well, good, darling, exactly. Just decide they haven't. Hang on, guys. Where am I? Loz, knowing about self-concept kind of ruined movies and series for me, lol. Now when I watch something, I ask myself, what was their self-concept, and affirm for myself to not impress their stupidity on me. It's true, isn't it? It's like with the Will Smith thing at the moment. Can you see that if you know, I didn't know his childhood. I knew his dad like pressured him and stuff and made him knock down brick walls and rebuild it and all this shit and was tough on him, but I didn't know it was a violent household. And apparently he used to feel like a coward and could never stand up to his dad, and he always wanted to seek vengeance on his dad, and he never wanted violence against women. So and anyone talking badly to the women in his life. So that's why he retaliated the way he did the other night, because it was like a deep childhood wound of feeling like I don't have any power and someone's ridiculing my girl, and I've got to stand up and I've got to seek revenge because I never stood up to my dad. And that's where that him getting up and slapping him came from. It was a childhood wound thing. And he kind of laughed at first, and then she looked at him, must have looked at him like, hey, stand up for me. And he was like, oh yeah, I can't be a coward. He said he used to feel a coward as a kid, right? So when you read into stuff, you go, oh, hang on, this is the story here. This is why this happened. This is why that happened. After learning things from you and then the Elliot Rodger case, I basically wanted to hear your theories and where he may have gone wrong in attracting other women. Okay, hang on. Whoa, where's the rest of this Elliot Rodger? Let me find it. Blue shift. Hang on. No. Trying to find it. The girl's never attracted to him. Where do you think he went wrong? Was a supreme gentleman, had a BMW, $300 glasses, and thought he'd get girls. He believed girls should be attracted to him, but girls were never attracted to him. Where do you think he went wrong? Because he thought that was important, but he deep down didn't feel good enough, darling. So he thought he needed all those trappings to attract women, because deep down he didn't feel good enough in himself, as just himself. And so the subconscious thought of I'm not good enough won over whatever he was doing on the outside. So then they wouldn't be attracted, because his deep core thinking is I'm not good enough. I need all this for you to be attracted to me, because me as I am isn't enough. And they won't want him. Mm-hmm. Because I literally have a belief that if I do what you say, it has to work. Oh, really, Jasmine's at it. So if you do what I say, then it's going to work every time. I need to have that belief about me, Loz. Whatever you decide to do, it works. When you give yourself advice, it works for you. That's great, Jasmine. Amazing. I love the book. Definitely read it again, Loz. I read it again. I listened to the audio as well in the car and been reading Florence. Is there any more books I can read? What have I got here? There's a Neville reader. Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. I actually never read it. The Magic of Believing. That's a lovely book by Claude M. Bristol. That's lovely. I love that book. It's a lovely audio book as well. You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. That's a great book, especially about health, but she talks about affirming a lot in there. There's the Wayne Dyer one, which is kind of Neville Light. The Wish Fulfilled or Wishes Fulfilled. I've never actually read the whole thing, but I've got it. I got that book on Audible, but I may get to read it. Yeah. I was listening to a video on YouTube and they said you can have or do anything you want with your mind. I get excited about this. Yes, darling, you can. Your mind runs everything. Jasmine, can you share anything you do to become so powerful? Which is, that's her affirmation. So she said, if she takes advice from me and she does it, then it will work. So she feels powerful doing that, and that's tricking her mind and thinking, oh, okay, well, Loz said it must work. It's going to work, so it works. And also Jasmine's really worked on her self-concept a lot. A huge deal. Hang on. It's up after Alexander talk about third-party question. Oh, hang on. He also made assumptions like girls would reject me if I said a single word to him. What? To them. Oh, okay. So he had bad assumptions about girls and talking to girls or something. I don't really understand that. Things are finally showing. My ex considers me his boyfriend. We speak daily. He comes to me to calm him down. Still with third party, but he is realizing there is something wrong. My self-concept changed so much. Oh, what a rose of grace. This don't worry about third party, John. You and him together. Loz, do you like Florence Scovel? Yes, darling. I heard she had the idea that eternal divinity knows what's best for you, unlike Joseph Murphy or Neville. Yeah, she kind of believes in karma and outside forces. She's earlier than Joseph and Neville, okay? So she kind of took the Bible kind of the wrong way and just thought it was outside, and also believes in karma. So just ignore that part of it. But the rest of it, I listen to. I got a rental and the license plate have Loz on them, taking this best for land. Oh, really? Are you joking? It's hilarious. With Neville's teachings, do I not need to read the other books like Healings? What do you mean like Healings? Just read Neville, darling. Neville's a lot to get through sometimes. Just reading him is enough. How do I get my online crush? I don't have any negative stories, and I know it would be wonderful for them because I'm a catch, but they ghosted and ignore me. Is there any more I need to do to be with them? You got to work on your self-concept, darling. So why do you think you get ghosted? Were you ever ghosted as a kid? Literally like someone left your reality, like a dad or a mum, or someone died, or were left alone a lot or ignored? That's why it's happening in adulthood. It's about your self-concept. You're just reflecting that. Pri, let me try and find your question, darling. Hang on. I'm going all the way up. Pri. Good side. His parents who hated me appreciates me now get us married, but SP itself has gone away. What? Don't understand that, darling. Write it again, Pri. I don't understand what you're talking about. Do not understand it. Write it again. I've got to go soon, guys. I've been here almost an hour. Yes, I do find reading some sentences with Neville, I don't quite understand. Oh, it's very biblical and oldie worldy. You've got to understand he wrote a lot of stuff in the 40s and 50s, guys. I am bewildered by the people who manifest laws and SP. What's this? I'm bewildered by the people who manifest laws as an SP. What are there people manifesting me as their SP? Are there? You're joking. Are they really? Good morning, Loz. Just tune in. Mum shouted from the toilet. Is that Loz? She's getting used to you now in a good way. Oh, really, Iona? Recognizing my voice. Yes, I do find rereading sentences with Neville as I don't quite understand it. Yeah, guys, it can be tough. Just affirming that you understand. I understand Neville so easily. Like when I first listened to Neville, I did the lectures first rather than the book. I didn't get the book till maybe a year after I listened to all the lectures. And I found all the biblical stuff really hard because I was a raving atheist at the time. I was like, I don't know if I could sit through this. Jesus. I think the first thing I had was the audio book of Feeling Is a Secret. Then I listened to all the lectures after that, and I found them hard going. Then after like a year of listening to the lectures all the time, then I found a book. I think I found this in an old bookshop somewhere. It's really old. Deep Books Limited. Deep Books. Anyway, it was a beautiful bookshop in England. I found it in. It's a really old reader. I don't think it's even published anymore. I've got the old one. I don't think you can get it anymore. Because I saw a guy called Elmer E. Locker, J. Locker, and he's a relative of a guy who was trained by Neville called E.L. Locker. And there's some famous stories about him. And he's got a YouTube channel here. You should go watch him. And he talks about his granddad's time with Neville and his advanced teachings and stuff. And he's got this copy too. And I've never seen anyone with this copy. I'm like, oh, he's got it. I've never seen anyone with this book. So it's a good YouTube channel, guys. If you don't want to go watch him, he's got about 50,000 subscribers. I think it's called Elmer J. Locker or E.L. Locker, something like that. If you look at my subscriptions on my channel, if you can see it, you'll see him, the guy with the bald head. My mum used to read Florence. All my life she asked me to think things for her. She said my mind was so strong because I'd make things happen when others couldn't. I never understood why until now. Because she believed it. Yeah. In the last Facebook Friday stream, I believe someone was trying to manifest you. Oh, yes, they were. I think it was a girl. I don't think it's the first time. Hang on. Any more questions, guys? Pre, where's your question, darling? Otherwise, I'm going to go. So would you suggest the Wayne Dyer one first? Yeah, you can read that, guys. If you want, like, Neville Light, read this one first. I've never actually fully read it, but there is a really good video of this book of him talking about these teachings, and it's called Wishes Fulfilled, Wayne Dyer. Put it in YouTube and watch the videos. It's an old PBS series, and he's standing on stage talking about Neville's teaching. I'd probably watch that over reading this. But then read this if you want. Look up Wayne Dyer, Wishes Fulfilled, PBS. Yes, I've been abandoned by both my parents and I was raised by my grandparents. What affirmations would I need? Okay, so Hoodoo King, that's why it's happening to you. So you can imagine they love you all you like, but if you have this constant subconscious thought that everyone leaves my reality, he'll leave. They'll leave. She'll leave. No one would dare leave me. I'm too special to lose. Everyone stays in my reality because I'm so special to them. I'm so important to them. Everyone loves me. I'm everyone's favourite person. I get all the love I need. Things like that, darling. Okay, you can watch this back afterwards. That's why it's happening to you. Okay, so now you've identified it. You've got to stop that subconscious thought of everyone leaves me. No, everyone in my reality stays. No one would dare leave me. I'm too fucking special to lose. My 12-year-old son is used to hearing you too. He didn't believe me, but now he is starting. He hears some of the lies of me at times. Oh, really? Did I make him go from loving and respecting to leaving, cutting me out, going back on all his promises to nasty? Yes, Jade, you do all of that. I'm still coming back from making multiple email accounts to reach SP. He said would have to come back if I left him alone, said I'm crazy, go die, hard as he knows I attempted to take my own life a year ago. Jade, why are you contacting him on all these email accounts and all this stuff? You shouldn't be doing any of that, darling. That's doing things in the 3D. It's going to make you look crazy, and then he's going to say things like that. It's coming from like a stalking, you don't want me place. Please stop. The video today mentioned someone's SP want to meet to see their dog, missed it and went for a walk. My SP before blocked me the same, misses my dog so much, got this. Okay, so there's something happening here, Jay, where you're kind of stalking him. And he's only going to treat you the way you feel he thinks about you, which is he thinks I'm crazy, he doesn't love me, he doesn't want me, he wants me to fuck off and die, he doesn't care about me, he's mean to me, he's a horrible guy, he doesn't love me anymore, and he's going to reflect that because you're thinking about yourself. Darling, I really, really want you to go and watch all my videos in the Manifest Your Specific Person series here in the playlist on my YouTube and really investigate what your self-concept issues are. And I can only guess that there's probably some deep depression and anxiety issues there if you were thinking of taking your own life at some point. So you're kind of putting him on a pedestal and seeing this guy as your whole happiness. And when you do that, he can only look down at you. You have to start building yourself up, darling, working on your self-concept so he can look up to you. People disrespect you when you put them above you. They have no choice but to do so. Right? Because you put them there. You're idolizing him and making him your whole world and obsessed about him and stalking him and making email accounts to contact him, and all he can do is just be like, get away from me, because you're giving him this energy and this thinking and this obsessional energy that's all about him and not about you. So you're bringing down you in his own mind because of the way you're treating you and the way you're thinking about him and the way you think about yourself. Go and watch all my videos on self-concept, and then when you watch that whole playlist, then go and watch all my lives from number 1 onwards, because you're not understanding how you're doing this and how he's reacting to you and why he's doing that. Go and do my I Am Chosen sleep tape as well every night. Every night. Or the I'm a Priority one of the two. No, I mean, what if he asked me to get back together, but he has a girlfriend? He hid it from me, but got caught contacting me by his girlfriend. Oh, okay, so they're still together. They broke up now, but should I take him back? Well, if they're broken up now, what does it matter? What does it matter, guys? You get what you want, the end. Good morning from the US. This is the first time I caught you live. Oh, Danielle, wonderful. Depending on the time of tomorrow's live stream, I may not be able to join in the morning, but in the evening I will, as I'm volunteering tomorrow morning and I only get a 10-minute break. Oh, okay, Ben. What's this? But his parents finally agreed to get us married now. Pre, where's the rest of this? You're doing it in bits. You need to put one whole chunk, darling. I can't keep searching through 10,000 messages to find. Just write it again before I log off. I'm about to log off in 2 minutes. So, guys, what shall I call this live? We'll call it Mean SP. SP treating you badly. And what else did we talk about? And we'll call it self-concept working, self-concept success. Call it self-concept success and mean SPs, okay? Because we're talking a bit about guys like your SPs treating you badly, but also success stories of people doing well with their self-concept in here, okay? So that's what I'll call the thumbnail. And then Pre, have you put your question? Otherwise, I've got to go, darling. Message retracted. Where is it? Telling you retracted your message. I can't see it. Spoke a lot about third party in this one. Oh, okay, did we? But I've got a lot of things about third parties and a lot of other headings. Oh, we did speak about third parties a lot, didn't we? Maybe we'll call it banish third party. Okay, we'll call it banish third party mean SP. Okay? All right, guys, the thumbnail will be red with white writing and you'll be able to watch it straight back in a minute. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me. I'll be live tomorrow, which is nighttime US time, 9 p.m. EST. Any more questions? And we spoke about book recommendation. Oh, yeah, book recommendations. Yep. All right, guys, I will see you soon. Okay, thanks so much, guys. See you guys. Thanks for joining me. Bye.